Welcome, everybody. This is Robert D. Alsop with AIM Country Music Television, AIM Artist Spotlight. Tonight, we have the fabulous, the Nickel Slots. Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, Robert. Thanks for having us out here in Sacramento, California. It's great to be with you.
Oh, y'all a little ways away.
Hanging out the internet.
Well, thank y'all for coming. Well, tonight, we're going to ask a few questions, play some music. What do y'all think?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Bring them on,
Yeah.
Robert.
Oh, okay. So what is your story, your influences? Tell us about the Nickel Slots.
I think Tony's probably a good guy to answer that question.
The Nickel Slots started 12 years ago, and we're all been in a lot of different bands, a lot of projects, but our influences, we're kind of aging punkers who get a little twang in there. And so, you can call it alt country, you can call it Americana, you can call it country. It's got a lot of rock in there. So, take your pick. We say we're from Johnny Cash to the Clash. We got a little angst in there, but as a songwriter, there's a lot of influences. Great songwriters, Bob Dylan, Warren Zevon, Johnny Cash. So we like the lyrics too.
I think Steve is a twanger with a little punk in there.
Yeah.
So who all's in the band?
I want to go around the horn here.
Sure. I'm Steve Amaral. I play lead guitar.
I'm Tony. I play acoustic guitar and sing.
I'm Paul. I play the bass guitar and the mandolin and do some singing too.
I'm Chris Emerald, and I'm his brother, and I play the drums.
Cool. So what bands have each of y'all been in?
Oh,
Well,
gosh.
Steve and Chris have been in like 15 different bands together.
Yeah, my brother and I grew up playing in our parents' band. Our parents are musicians, and that kind of turned us on to, the old school country stuff and early rock and rolls, things like that. And then as we got a little older, we kind of, went our own ways, our own influences. I really got into punk and metal, and you kind of stayed mainstream rock and a little bit of
Blues
and things like that. And, so we've kind of always been playing in bands. We've been in tons of bands in high school, middle school. Man, what was it? I think the first band we were in like sixth grade.
Name of your
or
first
something.
band.
First band, metal.
No, wasn't it Magnetism?
Magnetism.
Magnetism. Oh, what's the name of your first band?
My first country band was at my church, and our reverend was the lead singer. So we were Father Cowboy and the Buckaroos. We played for church singer.
Were you wearing chaps?
Close to life.
Was that?
Were you wearing chaps?
I was not. I'm sorry.
Tony, you're
We wouldn't want to see
My
that.
parents wouldn't allow it.
My first band was a high school band, Friends of Stan, and Stan was our barber. But everybody at school thought it was Friends of Satan. So the principal called us in and said, "You can't be in a band called Friends of Satan." We said, "No, it's Stan, the barber. Everybody goes to Stan." Oh man, so he did nice flat tops.
Growing up in small town.
all hail Satin.
Yeah.
We covered Eagles songs. Come on,
Well, we've got one of your videos, 5 Miles Gone. You mind if we play that?
Absolutely.
Not at
That's
all.
a really good way for
Go
people
for
to see what a Nickel Slots show is like. That's a good one.
enjoy.
Let's play 5 Miles Gone.
5 miles out of Barstow, and I push the pedal down to the floor. The twilight is burning down inside of my head. I left this morning without any warning, my guitar and a goodbye note at the foot of my bed. My bed. 5 miles out of Denver, all I do is remember this pain in my heart pushing me out on the ledge. 1 mile into the sky, no one here who can modify these broken yellow lines and send me over the edge. And I'm running far behind. I just keep running for my life. Bob Dylan sang a sad, sad song. I guess I'm mothers and junkies begging for Jesus and bread. The education is drowning, my libido is frowning. I got to find a way to hang on by the smallest of threads. And I'm running far behind, and I'll just keep running for my life. Woody Guthrie sang a sad, sad song. Well, I guess I'm 5 miles gone. 5 miles out of Phoenix, got the local police holding my driver's license photo right next to my head. Republicans and Democrats all begging for my autograph. Let's pass the ignorance, sit back and watch how it spreads. Come on, let's watch how it spreads now, yeah. Yeah. 5 miles out of Utah, let me tell you what the hell I saw. Those armies are marching to a new cabaret. They got holy water and ammunition. You might just need an exorcism when the final votes are counted and the flock's gone astray. And I'm running far behind. I'm always running for my life. Bob Marley sang a sad, sad song. Well, I guess I'm 5 miles gone. Like this world is just a rolling stone. I guess I'm 5 miles gone. Well, I am gone. 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 I am 5 miles gone. I am gone. I am gone. I am gone. I am gone. So long. I am gone. I am 5 miles gone. I am gone. I'm gone. Gone. I am gone. I'm gone. Gone. I am gone. I am gone. I am 5 miles gone. I am gone. Yeah, I am gone. So long. 'Cause I am 5 miles gone. I am 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 5 miles gone. I am 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 gone.
Look like y'all are having fun there.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What a handsome bunch of fellows in that video, huh?
Absolutely. Hey, Alan, I have to tell you something. It's the same drummer. I just stopped getting my haircut. Or Robert, I'm sorry. I stopped getting my haircut and stopped shaving. But I'm still showering. So it's the same dude.
I don't know about shaving at all.
Well, I'm just trying to catch up to you, man.
So,
For sure.
what influences y'all's songwriting?
Tony, you
Well,
can probably
yeah,
answer that
I
one.
think,
Well,
Tony writes the songs.
I write songs. I write the songs, and lyrics are. I grew up on storyteller songwriters. Steve Earle, like I said, Warren Zevon, Bob Dylan, John Prine. Oh my gosh, Tom Petty. So the lyrics, it's got to have a story to it. It's got to have something that people can relate to. I kept a journal / diary since I was in 6th grade. So a lot of times I'll go back through my journals and look for things that happened in life that everyone can connect with, crappy times, embarrassing stuff, whatever, and that kind of sometimes spurs an idea. People that you meet, experiences that you have, and I'll tell you, this past year, I wrote a lot of stuff, being locked away on, in my little band room, not as many shows because of COVID, and life brings you stories, man, and then you just write them out and hope that these guys can play along.
Tony wrote 12 songs about Uber Eats over the past year.
Yeah,
that's getting tired of those songs.
So, what is the main reason you write and perform music? What is your why?
I'll tell you. Go ahead, Steve.
Steve, you want to take
Well, I think the enjoyment we get as a group, we gel as a group. We have great chemistry. We've been the same 4 guys this whole time, and we play live really well together. We interact with the audience really well, and it drives us to go perform for people. So we've missed that during this time. We've missed that crowd interaction and making the audience part of the show with us. We can play for people for the first time, and we'll make new fans, and we just have a really positive energy. It's feel good music. The lyrics, people can relate to them, and I think it's a cycle that drives us to continue writing and recording and performing, and we have a great time, and we just try to share that moment with whoever comes to hear us.
Cool.
It's kind of in the blood. It's in your blood. At our age, after being in the bands that we've been in and doing this, we've seen people go other directions. It's in our blood. You know, the load in, the load out, the sound check, the good shows, the shows where nobody shows up, the broken strings. If you're a musician that you can't get it out of your blood, you just keep doing that. That's what drives us. And it could be the worst show. I played like crap. I'm stoked that I got to do that.
This band just keeps having new experiences over time. We'll play a place we've never been before. We'll be on a show we've never been on before. We'll meet some people we never met before. There's always something new that we're adding to our memory book, and we're doing it all together, and it's awesome.
Cool. Well, speaking of playing and everything else, we have old guitar. Do you mind if we play old guitar?
Please do.
Absolutely. Sounds like a great idea.
Let's play that old guitar.
Yeah. Dusted me off, sent me back into the game. When I was blind and could not see, you seemed to play so easily. You helped me find the obvious when I was all alone. So road of ours, who will walk you? Who will walk you when I sleep? Through the fields of wildflowers to the oceans at our feet. Oh my world, who will love you when it's time to say goodbye? World of mine, who will open up your heart so I can step inside? Father's gift to his son, a mother's hopes and dreams, a brother's everlasting bond, a true love's memory. The choices that we both have made Old guitar, don't be forgotten in a dusty attic all alone, behind boxes of holidays that came and went so long ago. Old guitar, someone will share you with some troubadour, with harmonies in his fingertips and many stories to be told. It may be 1 in a million, but it's all I have to show.
That was a very interesting video concept.
We had all our family and friends join us with their old guitars.
Wow.
Members of all of our families in that video
Yep.
playing guitars.
Do they all normally play, or?
Yeah, everyone in there was a musician.
And then a lot of local musicians from our hometown scene are in there playing as well. And my old guitar teacher from when I was in 7th grade is in there. My mom and dad are in the video. His brother.
Cool.
One day we had a really good time making that video. We're proud of the way it came out, and it was just a thrill to make it. We just had all those people in this old what was it, Lions
Lions
Club hall, and we got a bunch of food, and we just had people rolling through there all day. It was a blast.
Oh, wow.
You would
That
think
was
from
an
the
interesting video. I really liked it.
From the concept of the song, you would expect that every guitar player has that one kind of favorite old guitar that they cherish. But Steve has like 15 of them. He can't decide which one's his favorite.
I do have many favorites.
It's called hoarding.
Hoarding.
Exactly.
He wanted the song to be called "Old Guitars," plural, old guitars. I said, no, we gotta just make it one.
By the time all those people got done doing their little thing, we were all sick of that song. We must have heard it 50 times that
Oh
day.
my God, it was fun.
For sure.
What has been the best experience with the band? What has been the strangest experience with the band?
Okay. Well, let's start with Ben.
We got a couple of bests. I think there are two that I would think of. One, we were asked to play at a music festival in France, a country music festival in the middle of France, and headlined the first night of that festival a few years back, and flew over there and had a great time playing, and then we went back to watch the show the next day of the festival and had people mobbing us for autographs. So that was one of the good experiences. We also, why don't you tell them about our concert opening for Bob, Chris?
Yeah, this is that. Well, yeah, I guess that was I was thinking of the most strange experience.
Oh, you got a strange
Yeah,
one?
I got a strange one.
All right.
So I think probably the most like surreal, strange experience we had is the first time we went to Europe. I have a friend that works for Bob Dylan, and when we flew into into Europe the first time, we flew into Belgium, and Dylan was playing in Germany. So my friend was like, "Hey, if it works out, you guys get there in time. Drive over to Germany, and we'll set you up at the Dylan show. We'll get you guys in." So what was funny was that we landed after a 12-hour flight. We get our promoter picks us up, gets us to the band house, and we meet these two guys that we just knew, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna drive to Germany." So first time for most of us being in Europe, and we, after a 12-hour flight, we get into this van that has no AC. One of the windows doesn't go down, and it's probably about 95 degrees, and so we drive like 3 or 4 hours, and we end up getting to the venue, and we end up backstage, and we end up eating dinner with Bob Dylan's road crew and watch the show and have a few beers. And God, that was in 2012, and those two guys that drove us there, really, we've been best friends ever since.
Cool.
Story. And then probably another good time.
No, that was a hole in the handle. We got a lucky one.
Yeah, you go ahead. You tell that one.
Bob Seger was playing in Sacramento, and his opening act had a scheduling issue, so they contacted the local radio station. Did you guys know a local band that could cover opening for Bob Seger? And the word came back to us that I think one of the videos you're going to play next, the Devil's Chain Gang, got into Bob Seger's hand, and he said, "I want that band." So on short notice, we got to go play in front of about 17,000 people who didn't know us and didn't necessarily even want us to be there because they came to see the God, Bob Seger. And we got up there and tore it up and got to hang out and got to see Bob play and
won over that crowd too.
It was an amazing night.
I mean, it was a
Great. Sounds great.
Yeah, I was in Sacramento, so it was our hometown. And I think a lot of people were, pretty stoked that, we were playing a hometown show in such a big venue.
We got treated with a lot of respect by the crew, by the venue, by Bob's people. They took good care of us. It was really good.
And they had the greatest food spread ever backstage.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Lunch and dinner. It was
Yeah,
amazing. So many choices. I was confused.
Well, speaking of different projects, any past or new music projects in the works you'd like everyone to know about?
Tony did write those 12 songs about Uber Eats. And
Yeah.
we're busy working. Okay, they're not all about Uber Eats, but we are working on new material right now.
Cool.
I wrote a bunch of stuff over the COVID. I just sat back there and I recorded in my little band room and wrote lots of stuff, dark stuff about what I was seeing on the TV with the COVID and with the politics and with everything that was going on. There was just a lot of good stories out there from kind of a dark place, and so it led for a lot of new songs. So we're going to see what we can put together and hopefully get back in the studio here in the next month or so and start work on this and have it out early 2022.
It'll be album number 5 for us.
Yeah.
And we're pretty excited.
Cool. So you were talking about the Devil's Chain Gang. Well, we have that video. You mind if we play it?
Please.
Play it, absolutely.
Right on.
Play the Devil's Chain Gang.
Well, I'm on the devil's chain gang, I'm shackled to his leg. Each shovel full of dirt berries, one wickedness I've made. From sunrise till sundown, each and every day, I'm on the devil's chain gang and I'm shackled to his leg. Me in a crowd when no one seemed to notice, though I was screaming pretty loud. He took me to his hiding place. He quickly lit a match, he stopped the fire burning till there was no turning back. You can give your tunnel vision, youth is here and now. Make a deal on credit, hope you'll pay it off somehow. But time won't always be your friend, the devil's got some more to lend. Don't drink the water, grab a shovel, try to make amends. Well, I'm on the devil's chain gang, I'm shackled to his leg. Each shovel full of dirt berries, one wickedness I've made. From sunrise till sundown, each and every day, I'm on the devil's chain gang and I'm shackled to his leg. Yeah, the devil came a-calling back in 1965. He shot his flames into the kitchen, but I made it out alive. I guess he needed my help to do his dirty work, sneaking shotgun shells and dollar bills out of my mother's purse. Count your blessings at the altar, make your daddy proud. You think you'll be alone, but you will make it through somehow. Just get on the bus, don't stray off the path. The devil's in the bushes and he wants his money back. Well, I'm on the devil's chain gang, shackled to his leg. Each shovel full of dirt berries, one wickedness I've made. From sunrise till sundown, each and every day, I'm on the devil's chain gang and I'm shackled to his leg. yet to be decided, singing songs about salvation, but he don't give a damn. Words turning to dust out on the devil's chain gang. Well, I'm on the devil's chain gang, I'm shackled to his leg. Each shovel full of dirt buries one wickedness I've made. From sunrise till sundown, each and every day, I'm on the devil's chain gang, and I'm shackled to his leg. I'm on the devil's chain gang. I'm on the devil's chain gang. From sunrise till sundown, each and every day, I'm on the devil's chain gang, and I'm shackled to his leg. The devil's chain gang, and I'm shackled to his leg. The devil's chain gang, and I'm shackled to his leg. The devil's chain gang, I'm shackled to his leg. The devil's chain gang, and I'm shackled to his leg. The devil's chain gang, I'm shackled to his leg.
Very cool video.
Spooky.
Well, we come to that point in the night where we need to find out where we can find the nickel slots, where we can find you live, where we can find your music. Where can we find the nickel slots?
You can find us right here on the AIM Artist Spotlight. That's the best place to find us. But we got some online places too. Steve, want to tell them?
Yeah, so you can find us on Spotify.com. You can find us on Apple Music, Pandora. But you can purchase from us at thenickelslotsmusic.com. We'll send you CDs. We've got T-shirts there as well. Amazon carries our CDs. Yeah, you can find us on most of the streaming sites have us. And we'd love to send you a CD and a few extra stickers and some surprises if you order from us.
So do you have your tour schedule on there too?
We do.
We have shows listed, yep.
Yeah.
And the shows in the current situation are we're adding shows and
Sometimes
deleting a few shows and
Flexible
adding
right
shows
now,
in.
man.
So it's kind of a
Let's
roller
juggle.
coaster. We're missing the live shows, but playing with cautious and being cautious and working with the
I
community.
understand.
Yeah.
Well,
We wanna
all
get
good things must come to an end.
Yes, sir.
out. Right.
Y'all have been a wonderful, wonderful guest tonight. I mean, it's been a
Thank you.
blast.
Thank you,
Robert.
Robert.
Yep.
It's
You're
been
a pro,
pleasure.
man. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
This has been Robert D. Alsop with AIM Country Music Television, AIM Artist Spotlight. See you next week. See ya.